Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everybody. My name is Zainal Akli and for today I want to present my analysis regarding method and data analysis on a journal as a part of my final examination on the subject qualitative research and qualitative data analysis. Okay, now to start with my presentation on method and data analysis regarding the journal, let me start by telling the title of the journal. So the title of the journal that I'm going to analyze for the method and the data analysis is Parents' Perception Regarding the Implementation of Physical Therapy Stimulation Program for Children with Disabilities in Bolivia, a Qualitative Study. And this article was received on 20 July 2020, accepted on 29 August 2020, and it's published on 3 September 2020. So now, before we go to the method and the data analysis on the journal, let me explain about the purpose of this study itself. So the purpose of this study was to explore how parents with neuromotor disorders in the Department of Chuquisaca, Bolivia, perceive attendance to a physical therapy stimulation program and the expectation they place on the therapy and the professional care provided to the children. I'm sorry. And in this study, semi-structured interview were conducted with the parents. So, what is semi-structured interview? So, semi-structured interview is a qualitative data collection method or strategy in which the researcher will ask the informant, in this case the parents, a series of a predetermined but open-ended question. And the interview guide may be very specific with carefully worded question, or it can be also maybe a list of topics that must be covered in the study. And in this study revealed the importance of understanding the feeling of families and receiving intervention under pioneering program in Bolivia for the detection and treatment of children with neuromotor disorders. Okay, now let's move on to the data analysis. But before that, the present study was, we need to know that the present study or this study was designed to examine the perception of parents and attending therapy with their children in the Department of Chuquisaca, Bolivia, and to understand the impact of attending therapeutic stimulation program and focus on covering the neuropsychomotor needs of the children. Okay, now let's move on to the methods. The first one, the design, this qualitative study using an interpretative phenomenological approach. What is an interpretive phenomenological approach? So, an interpretative phenological approach is a form of qualitative inquiry or approach or method that emphasizes in experiential lived aspect of the particular construct, or we can also say that how the phenomenon is experienced at the time it's occurred, rather than what is thought about the experience or the meaning ascribed to it. And the goals of interpretative phenomenological approach itself, the goals or the purpose is to illuminate the specific and to identify phenomena by how they are perceived by the people in this situation. In this case of the study is the parents, and then the participant for this study is included parents of physical disabled children who are attending rehabilitation session in the departmental program for detection and care of children with alteration in their neuropsychomotor development carried out in the Department of Chuquisaca, Bolivia. Even though the participants are parents of physical disabled children, a purposive sampling strategy was used to include parents or guardian of children across different age group, gender, and clinical condition. So, even though the participant for this study was parents of physical disabled children who were attending rehabilitation session in Department for Program for Detection and Care with Children Alteration in their Neurophysical Motor Development carried out in the Department of Chuquisaca, Bolivia. In this study, the researchers still do a selective method to 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 select which parent will be used in the study, and the way that the researcher in this journal do it is by using a purposive sampling strategy. And what is a purposive sampling strategy? A purposive sampling strategy, or also known as selective sampling, is a sampling technique that a qualitative researcher uses to recruit participants who can provide in-depth or detailed information on the phenomena under the research. And after a purposive sampling strategy was used, a professional from each center sent a letter to parents who met the indicated criteria to invite them to participate in the focus group discussion. And the distribution of the sample in focus group was performed with the criterion of geographical location. Since there were several locations where the program was implemented, each one was formed with the mother of who attended the program. And now, let's move on to the data collection. For the data collection, let me note that I have explained that one of the ways the data collection is by using semi-constructed interview. And the interview itself were conducted over 4-week period on November 2019. And in the interview itself, an audio recording was made of each of the interviews at the headquarters, and the interview lasted for around 20 until 35 minutes. And notes were taken of the action, attitudes, observed the course of the interview. And the interview itself were then transcribed into a verbatim. So, in the statement, the interview were taken into a verbatim. A verbatim. What is a verbatim? A verbatim refers to capturing every seconds in an audio file with everything the speaker said, whether it's a complete sentence, a giggles, a laugh, or etc. Any audio that was recorded will be put into the transcript. And then the next one, the ethical consideration. All participants were requested to get informed consent before the start of the study, informing the participant of the purpose of this study. So in this study, when the parents or the participant was requested to be consent before starting the study, and the participant also being informed about the purpose of this study by the researcher. And then the next one, we move on to the data analysis. So in the data analysis, two researchers unknown to parents carry out the distribution of the interview with the help of topic guide with predetermined question. As a part of the interview, and a thorough verbatim transcript of each interview, field notes, and other emerging detail was used to compile documents to enable their qualitative analysis. In order to include personal document in the analysis, authenticity, credibility, representativeness, and meaning were first verified. So, in order to include personal document in the analysis, authenticity, credibility, representativeness, and meaning, and must first verified. And then the findings obtained were integrated separately into the same analysis matrix. Subsequently, they were combined in a joint meeting where the data collection and analysis product were discussed, and the task itself was supervised by the researcher with experience in qualitative research. I'm sorry. And no data analysis software was used on using the data analysis. And now let's go to the findings. So the findings, the analysis revealed that both positive and negative aspects of the perception of mother of children with different neurodevelopmental disorder. This analysis provided information concerning perception of the therapy and the perception of the project as such. As for the subthemes, the benefit for the child, the impact of the family, and the other related to the staff and administrative issues were highlighted as outlined in the table. So, let's take a look at the table. The first one is positive aspect therapy note by the parent. There are parent attendance, attending therapy, trust in therapy, attention by staff, demand for training information, and overall satisfaction with care provided. The negative aspect of the project, noted by the parents, are restricted schedule, poor staff coordination for therapy, staff turnover, and specific methodologies and therapies. And the parents' perception of the therapy programs are reflected in the following adjective used to describe the program. So the researcher in this study are using for the following adjectives to describe the program regarding parents' perception. The first one, necessary and great help for the child and the family. And then the second one, new opportunity. The third one, grateful, and then the grateful. This was used as a way to open interview afterward, further in-depth question issues regarding more specific aspect of the study. So that is regarding method and data analysis on my journal with the title Parents' Perception Regarding the Implementation of Physical Therapy Stimulation Program for Children with Disabilities in Bolivia, a qualitative study. I hope by creating this video and I hope by you watching this video you can gain something from my presentation. Thank you so much for today. My name is Zainal Akli. Thank you so much.